really is a stay-the-course budget as we predicted. There's no real surprises in here. That's both good and bad. We can continue to count on a lot of the funding that we've had, but there's no real new funding in here to address a number of municipal priorities. Starting with the question on the MSI, the Municipal Sustainability Initiative, no real surprise, the same amount of capital we were expecting. Calgary's share of the MSI will be about $260 million, which is what we were expecting. That's the fund that builds things like the West LRT and a number of other infrastructure projects in the city. We understand that there will be some minor changes to the administration of the MSI, reducing some red tape, making it easier to work with, which we like. The Municipal Policing Assistance Grant, $16 per capita. That hasn't changed since 2004. That really is a disappointment for us. We were hoping that there would be a real commitment towards policing here, and indeed there's quite a large increase to the Department of the Solicitor General, but it's not clear whether any of that money will find its way to Calgary or any of the other urban municipalities, which is really a shame, and we await more information from the province on that. Some good news on the police front, that the province is finally committing to funding almost $250 million for the First Communicator radio communication system. That's actually very welcome news and something that will really encourage and increase people's safety in the community. And boy, radios are expensive. Probably my biggest disappointment in this budget is FCSS, Family and Community Support Services. As our economy starts to grow again, we can't forget our absolute requirement to work with the people who are not benefiting from that boom, people who are living in poverty, people who are among the most disadvantaged in the community. And I am very disappointed to see that the FCSS budget has remained static this year, $76.1 million. It's an increase of less than 1%. to deal with a large growing population and significantly increased need. As you know, City Council earlier this year unilaterally increased our portions of FCSS, which is meant to be a cost-shared program, and we were really hoping that our cost-sharing partner in the province would do the same, and it's quite disappointing that they have not, in fact, done so. Not to say that they're not doing anything for people in poverty. Income support rates are increasing. That's welcome. AISH is increasing. That is also welcome. The reason those things matter to the city is because while the province has primary responsibility for income support and poverty issues, the issues that are caused by underfunding in that area land directly in the lap of the city. And there are very much things that we need to deal with, so we're pleased that they are managing this at the source. Green Trip funding is the same. We have some questions about the affordable housing funding. We're happy to see the commitment to affordable housing in this budget, but it seems that there's being a shift from new affordable housing to social housing and to building shelter beds, which on first glance strikes me as incongruous with the city and the province's 10-year plan to end homelessness. So we do have some questions on that. And finally, I should just point out that while we are very, very pleased that the province has confirmed their commitment to the National Music Centre here in Calgary at $21.5 million, we have to recognize that there is a very large and growing disparity between Calgary and the rest of the province in terms of cultural infrastructure, and that is something that we hope that the Premier will address.